Go ahead and get started. First question, we'll go to James Edwards.
Troy, I appreciate you doing this. Obviously, a lot of your guys' work comes in the summer, but a lot of it comes before this period in time. Learning now that you guys picked fifth, if the draft was tomorrow, do you guys feel like you'd be prepared to make a choice that you're comfortable with, or do you still need more time in the process?
Yeah, I mean, we could pick 5 right now. We want to continue with the process, but if we had to pick today, yes, I feel comfortable that we could pick someone that we were happy with for sure.
Appreciate you.
Next, we'll go to Omari Sankofa.
Hey, Troy, when we talked to you last, you said you didn't see much of a drop-off from the top 3 in this year's class. Just how would you compare this class overall to last year, which a lot of evaluators seem like they're a bit higher on, and just how much would a combine and team workouts kind of help shape this process as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on record saying I like this draft as much as last year's draft. That can be debated, but I'm comfortable with the players that are slated in the top half of the lottery. Looking forward to vetting out the process. So, no, I mean, I think it stacks up very well versus last year's picks.
Next question, we'll go to Keith Langlois.
Troy, last year with the number 1 pick and more of a unsettled or a roster that still was in development, I think it's probably fair to say that you were simply looking for nothing more than the guy you thought would be the best NBA player. Now that you've got some pieces in place, and especially with Cade as the guy who looks to be the guy who will be at the center of your offense for the foreseeable future, does the identity of this pick have something to do with how well he complements Cade and the rest of that core, or is it strictly still picking the guy you think will be the best player 2, 3, 4 years down the road?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, we're going to pick the guy that fits best for the organization moving forward. He'll have the same, attributes that these other guys have, but he absolutely factor in, Cade and the rest of the guys. But that's easy because these guys have so many similarities. Cade, Sadiq, Isaiah, except so this won't be difficult to add this person and player to the mix.
Bob, well, go ahead.
It's me. Okay. Troy, maybe you should, according to the standings, should have got the 3rd pick, fall into 5. Knowing what the slotting is of the top 5 or 6 or 7 players, is that a disappointment? Is it close enough that it mitigates any disappointment in slipping a little bit?
I mean, Bob, you guys know me. I mean, we don't cry over spilled milk. We don't cry. We're gonna pick 5 and we'll be ready for 5. We're gonna do our homework, vet it all out. So no, there's no disappointment where we're picking. We're excited to be able to draft number 5, and we'll be excited to make that pick, and we'll be ready to go on draft night.
Now we'll go from Matt Derry.
Troy, you the broadcast tonight on ESPN, they really were profiling almost like a big 3 for this draft in terms of how they were kind of promoting everybody's got to get into the top 3. I know you just answered Wojo's question about not being in that, but do you view this as a need, obviously, to add some length and a big, and obviously 2 of the 3 guys they profiled were bigs? Does that have any effect on what you're going to do? And how are you viewing the rest of the guys maybe in that second tier?
No, I didn't see it as a big 3. I think there's tremendous players all along the board. Um, I mean, length. Everybody wants to add length and size. I think you can get in trouble when you reach for that. I mean, I think Portland, if they could draft again, they would draft Jordan over Bowie, who had length and size. So, no, we're going to pick the best player for us. Length, size, speed, it really doesn't matter. We pick the best player for the Pistons. So, we're very comfortable with the guys that are all along the board in the lottery.
Thanks, Troy.
Now we'll go to Christos Saltas.
Hey, Mr. Weaver, thank you for your time, first of all. In terms of the development of your players in previous years, what gives you confidence that the Pistons are the franchise and an organization that is an attractive place for young players to develop their skills?
Well, setting the culture here of working hard, being selfless. Coach Casey and his coaching staff done that. I mean, we're confident because the last 2 drafts, we've had 3 players make all rookie. So we're very comfortable with our culture here and what the coaches been able to do with these young players. So we stand on that, and we're confident that whoever we add to our mix will be able to assimilate and follow the rest of the group.
Any last questions? We'll go for one follow-up from Bob Wojnowski.
Yeah, Troy, just to follow up, and probably a stupid question, but I'll ask it. As you watch these NBA playoffs unfold, I don't think anything maybe has surprised you, but is there clues to be gleaned from how these teams have advanced through the NBA playoffs and how it can impact your team?
Clues all the same. You got to play defense, you got to play together, and you got to be able to make shots. So that's every good team can do those 3 things. We're no different. We're trying to make sure we can emulate that and, add this player in the draft and what we do in free agency will help us continue to, move the ball forward, what we're trying to do here.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Troy. I'll wrap it up. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.